Hey, I'm going to do a quick PlayStation 4 Day 1 box opening. But to start out, I've recently built a gaming PC. It's the first one I've ever built. So I was going to go over that real quick. To start out, I decided to get a new keyboard and mouse with it. This is a Microsoft Sidewinder X4. I got it on sale through Amazon. It's a pretty standard gaming keyboard. I got my 6 macros here, and then there's like a red LED in the background. When I turn my PC, you'll see all that. I also got a new mouse pad, Steel Series. It's a Guild Wars 2 edition. The mouse I'm supposed to have was supposed to come in, hasn't came in yet. Was the it's the Steel Series 2. It's their Diablo 3. I think it's based off their Sensei Raw series or something like that. It's like a $70 mouse I got for $30. So I'm waiting for that to come in. That'll be the last piece. I've already had this Samsung. It's a Samsung LED 1080p, just 60 hertz. I'm not doing any extreme gaming. This is just like mid-range gaming, like budget build. So I can't go up to those higher resolutions yet. I also have an Astro Mix Amp. That's more for my console, obviously, but I still run it with my PC. And then with that, I use these Turtle Beaches, which are getting pretty old, actually. I'm going to switch over to Steel Series here again because I really like Steel Series brand. But to go over to the PC, the case, it's a NZXT 210 Source Elite. It's been pretty good. I might have went with the 220 because I should have went with the 220 because it has the mesh front for my fan to get better airflow. But it's a fine case and it's a budget build, so the case is kind of usually one of those places where in a budget build you don't really get to spend a lot of money. So let's open it up and go through each part. The motherboard, it's a MSI Micro ATX. What's it? LGA 1150, and then the CPU is an Intel i5 4670. It's not the unlocked version, so I can't do any overclocking. I never planned on doing any overclocking, so it's not a big deal. When I built this PC, I only had maybe 2 weeks of like learning about stuff, so I didn't really get way into it. Now that I've had maybe a month of gaming PC and been around a community a little bit, I've kind of want to build it differently, but it's a good PC. On like medium to high settings on Battlefield 4, I get easily like 70, 80, 90 frames per second. So even though I didn't overclock, I wanted to have an aftermarket CPU cooler still just to help with that. So I got the Hyper 212, pretty standard. Let's see here, memory. It's a Corsair 2x4 1600 memory. And then the graphics card is the XFX 7950. It's the Double D edition, which basically just means it has extra cooling. Let's see here. The hard drive is a Western Digital Caviar Black, 1 terabyte. On Black Friday, I'm probably going to get an SSD to add to this. Probably something I should have got the first place, but I didn't really have the money and didn't really have the budget to put it in my build right away. You can also ignore the cable management. Cable management isn't really good. When I get my SSD in, I'm probably going to fix up this cable management because it's inflicting on my airflow. Because I got 2 fans. I bought 2 fans because I wanted to have the airflow from here to there. When it comes, it's just the airflow is just from the top, and there's just an exhaust fan. But I wanted it to have fans in the front, so I added these 2 fans in the front. And then power supplies, Corsair 650 watt, 80 plus bronze. So pretty basic power supply, and I think I got it on a really good sale because it's a little expensive, just the base value. I think it's like $100, but I got it on sale for something good, so that's why I threw it in there. So I think that's everything. Oh, and then yeah, the 2 fans. I needed to get a splitter cable for these 2 fans. Might be kind of hard to see, but right here, you can see I had to get a splitter cable for those. And that's basically the build. Then I'm just going to turn it on real quick so you can see everything on. So So that's running. Oh, when I first built it, I didn't have any issues with it. I breadboarded it, or whatever they call it. I just made it outside of the system, and then it worked everything. Then I put it all inside the case, and it all worked. I forgot to mention CD player. I don't know the brand or anything like that because it was a CD player from my old Dell computer. So I just threw that in there, and I don't really use it. I just used it to get my operating system on there, which I already had from my school that I got for free. So I was able to put a little more into like the graphics card and the CPU and the memory because of that. So that's what that all looks like. And then that's what that looks like. It's kind of hard to see through the camera, but with the red LED. It's really bright when it's dark at night. I mean, when it's dark at night, yeah, so it's pretty bright. And then the Samsung monitor. Nothing special. I just got it maybe, I think I got it in January or something like that at Christmas time. So I just happened to have it. So that's it. So the second part here, I'll be right back with that PlayStation 4 box opening. Okay, we're back, and so we're gonna get the PlayStation 4 box opening. I was gonna start maybe with Killzone Shadowfall. Actually, it's a funny thing on the box. You can see there's Watch Dogs on the box, and unfortunately, that's what I wanted for my day one game, but it didn't work out that way. So I got Killzone Shadowfall. So now let's just go open the box here real quick. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Okay, so that's off. It looks like some PlayStation security tape. Let's see what we got. Looks like it opens up like that. Okay, there it is. Looks like a manual. PlayStation Plus. Oh, well, if I haven't said it, actually, might as well throw it in right now. I've had PlayStation 1, PlayStation Vita, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PSP. So I've had all the Sony systems. I also have right there, you can see, since my Resident Evil 4 playthrough, there's my Elgato, which I don't know if it's going to work on the PlayStation 4 or not. But I'm going to probably decide I don't like this TV stand. I'm eventually going to switch it out for the PlayStation 4 so it doesn't get too hot. So this is not my first time getting a Sony system. I've had all of them. So, what I was going to say was, I have PlayStation Plus. I've had PlayStation Plus since it's been created, which was like maybe 2 years ago. So, and I still have my PlayStation Plus, and I know that subscription goes over, which is nice to me. This looks like a regular. Let me just open this real quick. Kind of tough with one hand. Give me 1 second. So this looks like a quick start guide, and then that one is in Spanish, and this one looks like the regular full guide with all general stuff. Okay, and there comes the DualShock. I know this one's got the touchpad, and it's a button. So that's interesting. I don't know how much I'm gonna like it or not. I still don't know. So let me open it up real quick. So it feels pretty good. It's a little light. Feels a little different than the PlayStation 3 controller, but of course it's oriented differently. Joysticks feel a little smaller, and looks like they've went with the indented here. See how it's indented? Actually, one of my friends I played 360 with, their controllers are indented, where the PlayStation 3, it's kind of like a bulb. So that's different, but I know a lot of people would switch those out anyways. Triggers feel nice. I have aftermarket. Actually, I'll show you. On my PlayStation 3 controller, here you can see I have aftermarket triggers. These are just a couple bucks I got off of eBay, but they help a lot. I feel like when I play shooters and driving games, are really nice. So it looks like PlayStation 4 did go with that same design. Feels a little different. It's really light, which is surprising. let's see here, moving on. Just got some of the basic cables. Looks like that's a charger cable, I believe. Their power cable, which they don't use the brick. They put the brick inside the PlayStation. This looks like that. Looks like earplugs, but it could be a mic maybe? It's hard to tell. It could be. I'm not exactly sure about that. And then this looks like an HDMI cable, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, it looks like the HDMI cable. So, last but not least, let's take the system out here real quick. Okay. So, here it is right there. Let's close this box up and kind of use that as a platform. So, it is all wrapped up. Let me take it out of its plastic real quick. Oh, it's already open basically. And there she is. Now, they went kind of with that slim design. And there's the, it's hard to see, the lighting isn't very good. I tried to get as much lighting as I could in my room. And then there's the back. I haven't looked up or did any research yet on if the Elgato is gonna work with the PlayStation 4. The software, I don't know if it'll be able to recognize it. I don't think so much the hardware is a problem, unless I know Sony has that like block on their HDMI, so it might be hard. So we'll see if I can figure it out in the next couple days. I'll get some Killzone Shadowfall on there, hopefully, and why not? Let's just open that up real quick. Just give me 1 second. Alright, so let's see here. I hate always opening these games, and actually recently I've been going just digital to prevent all that, but here it is right here. Let's open it up. Oh, that's a good start. Disc already fell out. So there's the disc. It's pretty typical. Looks like they give you a trial, and I expected this. There is no game manual, which kind of sucks. I like game manuals with my games, but whatever. I know it's all digital now, and it's better so they don't have to produce it and all that and waste paper and all that. So there it is. So hopefully if I figure out my Elgato, and I might have to get some kind of conversion box or something, the HDMI if it blocks it. But that's been my opening of the PlayStation 4 and my new gaming PC.